This is going to be one of those where there's smoke, there's fire situations. The other day I made a video talking about how it was peculiar that Obsidian Entertainment was not allowing the early access players to show off the character creation screen. And when people started discovering that there were pronouns in there were some legitimate concerns. And then what came from that exposed the entire situation for what it is. Obsidian's latest game, Avowed, is going to be a complete travesty of a woke fest that gamers are going to reject vehemently, because this is the direction that the game industry should not be going. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And holy crap, the unhinged rant of Bluesky messages from the art director of Obsidian's Avowed, Matt Hansen, are so completely unhinged that this takes Gamergate to a whole new level, where this person who works at this company for over 9 years is straight up telling you that this game is not made for gamers and he does not want you buying the game. It's a very interesting strategy, and I don't really think it's going to work out for him. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full and exhaustive article going through many, but not all, because holy crap, this guy just keeps messaging on Bluesky saying the most unhinged things you could think of against gamers who wanted to buy this game. But because their ideologies don't align with his, he doesn't give a crap about you. Xbox and Obsidian Entertainment's once highly anticipated first-person fantasy RPG, Avowed, now finds itself at the center of a very fast-growing controversy. Crazed art director Matt Hansen has been openly admitting to hating actual gamers. His messages on Bluesky are a fascinating case study in what not to do when promoting a new game, because holy crap, all this takes derangement to a whole new level. We've heard of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. I haven't heard many people say EDS, Elon derangement syndrome, because I feel like there's a direct correlation between the two, and these hardcore lefties really hate Elon Musk to the point of saying they are putting things into the game just to piss him off, even though he speaks for a large amount of gamers that agree with him. In a recent post on Bluesky, Hansen stated, "With all sincerity, there is no such thing as just a fan. Y'all are the whole reason for making this stuff, and it's why we do everything we can to make the game as inclusive as possible. Pissing off the chuds is just a side benefit." Well, that's not inclusive if you're trying to piss off a segment of the population, the chuds, as you push it, which are the people buying the game, the actual gamers, the people that care about the lore and the reality behind the scenes of what the games actually are, the people that are passionate about the gaming experience, the chuds. That's who you want to piss off? All right, good luck with that. If they just made a product gamers wanted, everyone would be happy. But no, they have to self-insert politics that clash with the overwhelming majority of gamers and have no place in the game world itself. Again, a fantasy RPG does not need woke politics and pronouns injected into it. When the game ultimately fails to meet any of the minimal expectations, they're gonna act surprised here. Are they really this stupid though? It's gonna make you wonder, why are we doing this? I understand the parent company of Obsidian Entertainment is Microsoft, and Microsoft is known for pushing the whole DEI nonsense and everything. I get all that. But at the end of the day, don't you think you'd want to create a product that gamers want to play instead of injecting ideologies? Is it really this hard? By labeling traditional gamers as chuds and then openly celebrating their frustration as a side benefit, Hansen is revealing his deep-seated contempt for, ironically, the very community that has supported Obsidian and its projects over the years. His current attitude not only alienates longtime fans of Obsidian, but now it also signals an extremely troubling shift in the studio's priorities towards promoting diverse rhetoric over actually fostering a welcoming gaming experience. Almost like they contradict the very thing they say they stand for, because it flies in the face of their ideology, and they can't see the forest for the trees because they're so caught up in what it has to be. And if it doesn't fit their narrative, then you're the enemy. Ironically, this entire controversy began back when Elon Musk reacted to the news that Avowed was going to feature pronouns. And I mentioned this in a previous video when Elon retweeted Grums on Twitter. And doing that sent the story into orbit. Elon called the inclusion of pronouns utterly unacceptable in a fantasy RPG on X. And in response, Hansen took to Bluesky to celebrate Musk's criticism, saying, "Sickos.jpg, I wanted to badly make him mad with my game, and I can't believe it actually happened. Just wait until you see the default, you sad little bleep." What are we doing here? Are we making a game to make it as fun as possible and take you away in this fantasy RPG? Or are we making it to piss off Elon Musk because you don't like him? I'm so confused by the direction of this. I can't even make sense of it. But Hansen continues, "It's honestly deeply surreal to have the world's richest, bleepiest boy whine about something I'm making. I am quite frankly giddy. I cannot think of a single person in the world I would rather irritate." Think about this guy that wakes up every morning trying to make somebody angry with what he's making instead of making something special that people want to embrace. What a back-ass way of living life. Anyway, Avowed comes out February 18th next year. Give it a whirl if you ain't afeared of the woke my mind virus. And then followed it up saying, "This MFer said woke my mind virus, SMH," almost like trying to poke fun at himself for messing up what he was trying to say. And I'm almost like reading this like, are you wasted? Like, what is this like a you had too much to drink or you're on drugs or something and doing this unhinged rant right now? Because it doesn't make any sense and it makes you look like a complete a-hole. But no, when you start diving deeper into the lore of Matt Hansen, the art director for Avowed, you see it runs quite deep. He had comments politically talking about how when Ohio's legislation banned transgender individuals from using bathrooms that don't align with their biological sex, he wrote, "Ohio, hey, Ohio, get bleeped." And he also shared a meme that says, "Repost this if trans people are welcome and safe with you." And of course, having your own opinion is always going to be there and it's always welcome. But there's a time and a place for it. But the interesting thing that always falls back on these kind of situations is the patterns. And you start to recognize the patterns in behavior of what these people do and how it translates directly to creating a very woke game experience and how they want to try to indoctrinate you into their world. And if you are not accepting of it, they will lash out at you, attacking you, making you feel like you are the enemy instead of just embracing a great game experience. I gotta be honest with you guys, it's really hard not to recognize the pattern here. Hansen's comments combined with the inclusion of pronouns and his wide open disdain for critics like Elon Musk shows us specifically just how Avowed is going hard with heavily leaning into political messaging in a fantasy RPG. Like, yes, I understand you can try to look past the pronouns, which I already said in my previous video. I can't even do that much because it always is an indicator for exactly what the game's going to turn into, and I don't want to support that kind of stuff, and it sucks to say that. It genuinely does, because I wanted to play Avowed. I really did, but I couldn't when I saw that. And now I see what this guy's going off this unhinged rant on Bluesky, and I'm like, holy crap, this speaks volumes for not just what Hansen is saying, but the entire team at Obsidian Entertainment. If you look at the picture of them, they are the same thing. They all are the same every time. Someone's got to talk about the elephant in the room instead of just pretending these are all individuals. They aren't. There is no diversity of thought here. There's just diversity of looks. And that same diversity always falls in line with the same characteristics of each person. Colored hair, weird haircut, nose rings, odd way of dressing themselves. And I get it. You want to be counterculture and all that. Great. But at the end of the day, you all do the same thing. You all think the same way. You do not want to think outside of the realm that you're trapped in. And that's the problem with all of this.
So there's a big component of that. There's also mechanical components to it as well. We want to, if we have combatants, illustrate for the player, like, that guy's in heavy armor. We know they're going to be harder to hit. they've got a big purple sash. We know they're associated with Edir, that sort of thing. So we're trying to leverage the visuals to not only make the world feel a lot more robust and believable, but also give critical gameplay information to players.
Avowed is dead on arrival for exactly these reasons. For many gamers out there, it's an example of yet another gaming studio prioritizing ideology over creativity. Again, you gotta ask the question, when are they gonna learn? But then again, we already know the answer. They won't. They're driven by their own ideologies. And it's really unfortunate that it's all coming to a head like it is right now. And something I might have to talk on in a future video is how Obsidian Entertainment, specifically running the Avowed the Game account on Twitter, is going on a mass blocking spree against gamers just trying to communicate with them, saying they don't like the pronouns in the game, requesting that they remove the pronouns, hoping that the game is not a woke fest. And all these people are being blocked right now. It's not really a great marketing strategy to block out the very customers that were going to be paying you the money in the first place to play the game. Don't do this kind of stuff, because not only are you going to lose the money from those people, but then YouTubers are going to talk about it, more people are going to find out about it and say, you know what? I'm going to keep my wallet shut, because the last thing I want to do is support a woke fest game company like Obsidian. This company can burn in hell for all I care, because there's a million other games out there that don't do this stuff that I'd rather support. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. If you guys appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice, my DMs are open and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Then go do it. Yeah, go do it. That sounds great. I feel like that'd be better for everybody. Yes. Go do it. He's right. No, he's not being racist. See, the thing is that here's the truth. People like this like to have opinions like this because they don't have any accountability. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT.